Welcome to the High Ground Podcast. I'm Stevie W.
I'm Callum.
So, we haven't done one of these in a while. We're in lockdown, which is really annoying. But it's for our own safety. So what have you been watching so far this year, dude?
Well, this past week I've been having a bit of a zombie binge. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if that's related to because the apocalypse is happening outside as well, but yeah, no, I've watched a few. Watched the Dead trilogy again.
The Dead, as in dawn, day, and night.
Yeah.
Oh, night, day, dawn. No, night, dawn, day. Nice.
The unbeatable ones, really. But there's quite a couple on Netflix that are really original. Actually, I think I recommended them to you last time, didn't I? There's one called Cargo, Martin Freeman, and I actually do remember there was a short film it's based on, and I actually saw the short film in cinema because I went to Leicester and there was like a horror-thon on for Halloween, and they showed I think it was 5 or 6 films, and then in between each film was a short film that had won a competition. And I think me and my friend actually saw the original short film that was based on, and then when it came on Netflix, I thought, this is really familiar, this plot. And then obviously I found out it was a feature-length version, but it's Australia's first zombie film.
Nice.
And it's just about this guy, Martin Freeman. It's not a spoiler because it's part of the story, but he's bitten already, and he has to get his baby to safety. So he sort of makes a stick with meat on it for when he turns, so he'll just follow that. And it's a really sort of turning the zombie thing on its head, a zombie that you want to survive and want to make it, or someone that's going to turn into a zombie. But yeah, so it's a really good idea. It's definitely worth checking out. And then there's another one on Netflix called #Alive. And when I saw the title, I thought, oh god. But it's actually really good. It's a Korean zombie film about this online gamer that gets stuck in his apartment while it's all happening. I don't know, we'll laugh at that.
Yeah.
But it's actually really well made, really fantastically made. And yeah, no, I don't know why I sort of went through a zombie phase and just thought I think I actually, because I watched the Dead trilogy, I thought, well, I want more of this.
Didn't you also watch, you were saying the other day, about 28 Days and 28 Weeks?
Yeah, that was included with the binge. Yeah, I mean, they're not zombie films technically, but it definitely redefined the zombie film, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, because it's the rage. It's the rage virus. The rage.
Although I must admit, I don't like running zombies.
No.
It seems to be the only thing that they do now.
I always say that, I'm not being sick or anything. It's I keep my cardio up because as soon as if this virus actually does morph into a zombie virus, I'm going to be ready and I'm going to be running. Yeah,
all you've got to do is outrun the person that's not as fast as you.
Yeah, and it's 28 days and 28 weeks. I mean, if you look at the talent that's in those films.
Yeah, I forgot how well made it was. It looks really sort of, not in a disparaging way, but cheaply made, and I think it's deliberately supposed to look like that. It does. It was probably one. It's a found footage film that's not a found footage film. If you know what I mean, because it was shot digitally, it looks like Blair Witch or one of those films, but it's done as an actual film. So, I remember when I first saw it, I thought, oh, is this a pirate copy? Because the quality's rubbish on it. But it actually adds to the atmosphere, because you feel like it's a documentary almost, don't you?
Oh, yes. And then you got the more Hollywood 28 Weeks.
Yeah, where you definitely know it's too polished and too shiny, and they kind of are zombies in it.
I didn't like the ending of the bit when the girl would have known her brother was infected, and what he would do as soon as his blood or his saliva touched anything else, yet they still went off. There was no logic to that ending. I love the rest of the film, but
the beginning is fucking scary.
Oh yes.
I think I was saying to my fiance and anyone that I ever tell the story about, that was one of the best cinema experiences we've ever had.
Yeah.
We had the cinema to ourselves, so it was already creepy. And then basically I went to the toilet and came back and Steve was an asshole and scared me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, hopefully next Halloween when the world corrects itself, we'll do a whole big zombie-thon.
Yeah, no,
on the big screen.
There's another one as well, actually, called The Girl with All the Gifts.
What channel?
It's on Amazon Prime. I think I did recommend it as well. But it's Paddy Considine's in it as well. But it's mainly British actors that are in it. So it's set in, I think it's actually set in Britain. But it's really good. It's like it's another good twist on the zombie genre where they're called Hungries, not zombies. It's kind of a dumb name, but there's these children that are like Hungries, and then they're basically like the next generation. So they were born from infected mothers, but they're not mindless zombies. They have actually like higher faculties, and they can think and reason and feel empathy. So they're in like this classroom, and they're basically getting taught to be like normal people, but they still have that urge. So it's a really good sort of another good twist on the whole zombie thing, because I think it is, without using a really shite pun, it's been done to death, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like getting a bit like vampires got with Twilight now. So any new sort of twist on it is always quite welcome, I think.
Well, you look at it this way, prior to 28 Days and Resident Evil films, zombie films were literally, you know, it was an old genre. Now it's everywhere. I gotta admit, so far this year I've only watched 5 films.
Oh, okay.
And it's because I've been watching a lot of TV. So I was going to quickly list them, because I actually keep track of all the films I've watched. Started with The Jungle Book. This is Jon Favreau.
Of course.
Apparently we're working, me and the fiance are working through the Marvel films in chronological order. So, Captain America, the First Avenger. Then, found To Catch a Thief on iPlayer. The Alfred Hitchcock film.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've never seen it before. Not his best.
No, I haven't seen it, I don't think.
What's the name? Grace Kelly and...
Not James Stewart, is it?
No, I'm brain freeze. North by Northwest.
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
Yeah.
And I thought with Cary Grant I was going to love it, because North by Northwest is one of my favourite movies. Enjoyable, but it's not his best. What I didn't realise, I found it on Amazon Prime. Elvira's Haunted Hills.
I've never seen Elvira.
I didn't know it existed. And I was like, I thought it was like, when you see something, I thought it was one of Elvira's where she just comments through the films. But
yeah.
It wasn't. It was an actual feature film. And I was like, I did not know that existed. It's from like early 2000s.
No, I thought that was only Mistress of Darkness.
So did I. And I was like, but this is really, really funny. And I was like, yep. And I watched Wonder Woman again.
Oh yeah, I don't mind Wonder Woman actually.
I actually enjoyed it more than I thought when I did at the cinema.
It was the best of like the DC lot when it came out, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, I gotta admit, my favourite so far of the modern ones is still Birds of Prey. Okay.
Yeah, Aquaman was pretty good as well, to be fair.
Aquaman's good, but I just always puts me off is I always try to fast forward it past that horrible person that's in it, Amber Heard.
Oh.
Can't stand Amber Heard.
Yeah,
she's
I'm not particularly a fan.
But other than that, I watched Crisis on Infinite Earth because we're going through Supergirl season 5. So far, not as good as season 4, which was I love season 4. American Gods has started again. I forgot how on season 3. That's on Amazon Prime.
I need to get on that.
Oh, it's good. I forgot how gruesome it was, but then it turns out because as recording, they've only put on 2 episodes. We start watching Good Omens after every watched it, and we started watching Good Omens again.
I love Good Omens.
Oh, it's brilliant. Neil Gaiman. I'm like,
Yeah, just anything he does is just like gold.
Oh yes.
Like I couldn't name anything he's done that's like book wise and comic wise that's not good.
I'm new to it. I only really started watching his stuff after Good Omens, and I've read the book now, and it's just, and yeah. And the only other thing I've really watched is Staged Season 2, which is funny.
Oh, yeah, I need to watch that as well.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe in one of the episodes, because I'm not going to say who's in the episode or what it is, because it's so funny. I was literally, yeah. And I like it. I really, and if you have, it's one of these ones that I don't really want to discuss, because I don't want to say something which will be spoilers, but it's, yeah. Oh, yeah, and Cobra Kai. I forgot, all of us forgot Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the first season. I need to get that sorted.
Season 2 and Season 3, I thought the first few, because I started watching it ages ago, when it first came onto Netflix. Then I stopped. Then I started up again, because I heard so much good stuff. And once you get to the end of Season 1, and you go straight to 2, then 3, it's genuinely, I really enjoy it, and it's, the characters are really well-rounded. Not one-dimensional characters. It's like, and I like the arcs. I think the arc's brilliant.
I need to rewatch Karate Kid as well, actually. I haven't seen them for years.
I kind of bought Karate Kid. They've just reissued them. I wanted to show my fiance because she was too young for them when they came out. So
what, the trilogy, or?
It's got 4 of them on the box set.
Oh, has it got the next Karate Kid as well?
Yeah, 4 of them for £15 from Amazon.
The one with the fascist school security.
I have never actually seen it, because when I was
it is funny, but unintentionally.
I'm looking forward to actually watching it. I haven't seen the third one in years. I actually haven't seen the films in years, because I used to love them when I was a kid. Then, you grow up a bit and you forget about how good they were, and then...
Yeah.
Because they're very 80s films.
Yeah, the first one's definitely really 80s, isn't it? I always thought the third one was just a remake of the first one a little bit. It's the same sort of plot, isn't it, where they go back to... is it California they moved to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I always thought it was unfairly, people always used to unfairly say sort of like it was a poor man's Rocky. And I was thinking, well, same director.
Yeah.
And, it's more than that, I think.
I like it, and I think the legacy of people wanting to actually watch Karate Kid because of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely superb. So, we've got a lot of films we should have seen already. What are you looking forward to the most this year?
I don't know, really. Not much to look forward to, is there, really? And, because of... I want No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Mainly. But I don't know when we're going to get to see that.
No, I agree with that one. No Time to Die and Ghostbusters. I really want to see Ghostbusters. But it kind of annoys me when people say that there's no, when people are moaning that there's nothing good on because the cinemas are closed. And I'm like, well, there's over 100 years of cinema. If you can't find something to watch, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So it's like, because without the cinema, I just go, oh, what can I watch on Netflix? Or it's like, oh yeah, We Could Be Heroes, the Robert Rodriguez one. That was enjoyable.
What was it?
We Could Be Heroes. It's like a young kids, Spy Kids type thing, but not Spy Kids, even though it's got Shark Boy and Lava Girl in it.
All right.
It's quite good. Nice, good children's things. It's Robert Rodriguez, and he's sequeling it now.
Is it a film, not a documentary?
It's, these kids are the offspring of superheroes, and only they can save the day.
All right, that sounds like quite a good plot.
It is good, and it's got Shark Boy and Lava Girl in it from that terrible film Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
It's very bad.
It's terrible. To me, that was a real dud. Robert Rodriguez, someone I love Robert Rodriguez. So
there's some good documentaries on Netflix actually as well to keep you sort of satiated until something comes out that you want. There's just watched that Night Stalker. That's really good. It's about Richard Ramirez, the serial killer.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's really good. Like, it's sort of like hour-long episodes, so they go into a lot of detail and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much to look forward to, really, is there, apart from James Bond and.
Yeah.
I didn't know Ghostbusters was this year, but
it's supposed to be this year because it was supposed to be last year.
Yeah.
Oh, I just missed two out. Agents of Shield.
Okay.
That's coming to an end. It's already ended in America, I know that, but it's come to the last few episodes. And WandaVision, which is a bit of a slow burner.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
I'm enjoying it, but I think it's going to be very polarizing. So, yeah. So that's what we've been watching so far this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Join us again in another High Ground podcast. I'm CBW.
I'm Callum.